The original Predator was the first rated R movie I ever saw in the theater at 11 years old. Yeah, my sister took me and probably shouldn't have, but I gotta say, seeing that violence up there on display, it was awesome. It was awesome. And when I went to school, man, yeah, people were like, "Oh man, how cool was it?" I mean, it was made me popular for 15 or 20 minutes. But anyway, yeah. So there's a new Predator movie out in theaters, but it's PG-13. How does that affect things? But let's just talk about it. Let's talk about Predator Badlands. A young predator outcast from his clan finds an unlikely ally on his journey in search of the ultimate adversary. The movie stars Elle Fanning and Dimitrius Schuster-Koloamatangi. So Dan Trachtenberg has pretty much single-handedly revitalized the Predator franchise for 20th Century Studios that's now under Disney, with Prey and Predator Killer of Killers, which is the animated movie over on Hulu. They're awesome. I think both of those movies are great. And the animated, I will say it's probably not for everybody, but it's violent and gory and awesome. And I really dug both of those. So yeah, when I heard that he was going to be making a live action movie for the theaters, I was very, very excited. I was kind of bummed out that I didn't get to see Prey in the theater. But then, the news comes out, PG-13, right? I just got to say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. The movie is more of an adventure movie than anything. And what's cool about it is that if you're into story, if you're into lore, around the Predator, it's really cool because we get to see a side of I guess the race of predators that we've never seen before, and that's really really neat. It almost reminds me of, and I've actually heard other people say this too. It reminded me of one of the comics that Dark Horse used to do. Of course, Dark Horse. I I bought a bunch of their Alien comics back in the day. I have a ton of them in the closet, along with the Alien versus Predator comics, which were those were awesome. Those are really, really good. And it's kind of like, why didn't they just use those for the movie? But anyway, that's what it feels like because we're digging into something that we don't typically see in your in a regular Predator movie. I'm really curious how this movie's going to do because I can see that maybe if you're like a Predator purist, and you really love that first Predator movie and that's what you think it should always be, humans against a predator or predators, um then maybe you're going to look at this and say, "Man, this time the predator is the protagonist and we're following this story." I don't know. I don't know how people are going to take it. I really, really enjoyed it though. One of the things that's kind of always bothered me in Predator films is that none of them look as good as that first movie in 1987. And maybe it's just because Stan Winston was, a genius and there's, nobody can replace him. But this, a lot of the facial movements are CG, and I really enjoyed it because it gave it a little more depth. You can kind of see the predator emote, and that's really neat. I mean, like I really dug that part of it is getting to kind of get to know a predator, which and I never thought that I would feel for a predator. Like actually feel sorry for a predator. It was cool. It was cool to see. Of course, with the Predator movies, there's always been sort of a, I don't know, there's been a connection between the Predator movies and the Alien movies. Of course, there's the Alien versus Predator films, but in Predator 2, I guess spoiler alert for a pretty old film, but at the end, Danny Glover gets to go on a Predator ship and sees an alien skull sitting there. So, of course, yeah, these franchises are connected. Now, the connection here, and they show this off in the trailers, is that Elle Fanning plays an android from the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. Now, I don't want to get any further into other connections or anything like that, or what all's going on, because I think that goes into spoiler territory. I love the fact that I saw the first trailer for this, didn't see another one, and was just like, yeah, I want to see it, and I went and saw it at the fan screening, and I mean, it was awesome. It was a really really good time. And Demetrius, I'm not going to try to pronounce his name again. I probably butchered it in the intro, but here's the thing. He was really really good in this. Now you might say, well, he's just behind a mask or whatever. Yeah, but he has to emote with body language, and that's not easy to do. And he also has to act with all that body language against probably not a whole lot. A lot of this was probably shot on green screen, just because of the nature of this movie. But I gotta say, the movie looked great. It looked great. It sounded great. I thought the score was really interesting. The score sounded otherworldly, which I really enjoyed. But I mean, it's a fun movie. It really is a good time. And I would think that if you saw the trailer and you were like, man, that looks like a lot of fun, you should go see it. Seriously, you should go see it big and loud, and it's fun. It's a fun time at the movies. So, Predator Badlands, what did you think of it, and what's your ranking? I mean, you can count the Alien versus Predator and the was it Alien versus Predator Requiem in there if you want. I mean, I don't typically, but hey, you do you, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I'm really curious what people are going to think of this one because like I said, I thought it was a good time. But yeah, before we go, I do want to thank my level 2 members. That is Filbert, Ninjinzu, Metal Raven, and Starfox. Thank you guys so much for the support, and of course, the support of all the level 1 orderlies as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.